This year's high school senior class is facing a year like none other, from a global health pandemic to a shutdown and online courses. Seniors Dylan Stevens, Margaret Bowers, and Trey Bainey took some time to share their thoughts on what they are currently experiencing and missing out on.
What went really through my head was just missing all my friends, because I knew right when school was going online, everything else was going to follow, or I wasn't going to be able to see them anymore. And then I knew I'd have to take that transition from being in school, in classes, to try to take the step to get into online classes, whereas before no one really ever had to do that before. I've never had experience online classes, so something new knew would be challenging.
I was kind of bummed out because it's senior year. We've worked 12 years to get to this point, and the last 3 months are the best for seniors. So I was kind of disappointed that I wouldn't get the final moments with my friends. And I love my classes and I love my teachers, and the possibility of not seeing my teachers one last time before I graduate is very disappointing.
So it all came down to like that Thursday, and I was just kind of like, it's spring break, this is kind of cool to have a day off or whatever. And then came out that COVID-19 was spreading rapidly, and I never would have thought that I wouldn't have saw my friends again in a normal day at school. So
switching to online classes has been a learning experience in itself, not counting the coursework the students are supposed to be absorbing.
I'm more of a in-person, be able to talk to the teacher one-on-one, like do worksheets and then be able to go up and have her write on it what I did exactly wrong. So it's a little difficult for me.
And then when online came on, I was kind of like, okay, I can do this. But then now staying at home, not seeing people, being in a positive mindset is kind of hard. And especially with getting certain schoolwork done, and some people don't have access to internet. Like for me, for example, it's harder for me to get internet access. So I'm communicating with the school as much as I can to try and get that.
I've talked to many people, and my experience myself, it's definitely a lot harder not being face-to-face, because that's just face-to-face seems to be a lot easier, knowing that the professor's right there, the teacher's right there in front of you, you can ask them anything. Now that we're online, you have 30 students, one professor, and he just has to take his time out of his day to teach us, where we're in school and that's his job to be teaching us. So
from sports to music to friends, seniors are missing out on a lot and are doing their best to cope with those losses.
Last year, my junior year, I broke my foot in wrestling, so then I couldn't do track. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna have a whole year to recover, and I'll be great my senior year. And right before the first track meet, this hit, and like my dreams were like crushed.
It has been really frustrating. It's been very upsetting too. I know I was really looking forward to this one last year, to be playing with my friends, playing for a school that really matters to me. It really sucks.
It's been very frustrating. I have been trying to cope with it. It's very hard sometimes, but I've cleaned my room completely, so I'm all packed for college. That's one of the ways of coping with it. Hopefully I get to have my first semester. It's great having family home. My sister and I used to play a game every day, and then we went through all of our games. It's hard to cope with it all.
Even amongst the current turmoil, students are still holding on to hope for some end-of-year activities.
As of right now, they just kind of pushed it back. It's not canceled. Prom and graduation aren't canceled. Thankfully, I have a very loving family that said no matter what, even if I have to walk across the lawn, I'm getting a graduation. But I really do hope that I can walk across the stage, because that's been the moment I've been looking up to for 12 years. So I kind of hope I get to do it.
I know prom, it's going to be kind of hard, and my hopes are kind of gone for prom, because I know things might not go the way we want them to go. But for graduation, my hopes are still high. I've actually been in contact with several other students and with the principal and talk about what we're going to do for graduation. And talks have been really hopeful, really encouraging. So I'm hoping that we can stay strong and hopefully have a real traditional graduation.
Well, I know coming up, I was looking forward to walking across that stage. And right now, I know they keep on pushing it back, but I'm expecting the worst and just doing virtual. But I mean, whatever they need to do, they need to do.
I'm hoping that at least if my senior year experience got taken away, my freshman experience doesn't get taken away too.